let's go watch some TV.
Hi, my name is Senator Joseph McCarthy, and I have an important speech today to the entire nation about the impending dangers of communism. A terrible disease has infected certain parts of the world, and that disease has unfortunately spread to the USA. This epidemic affects the minds and ethics of the people. This dirty disease is called communism, and over the years it has pervaded the fabric of American identity. We must properly punish those who carry this sickness and stop the spread of it. Many of our government officials and influential people in our country are communists, and they must be stripped of all their jobs and be put in prison where they can be contained. Some of these people include Harry McCurry, Judy Davis, Mike Hunt, Lillian Hammett, Walter Ulbricht, John Shepard, Edward Strokowski, Mike Hakazici, Julian Stevens, and Edward Johnson. We must aggressively investigate these people for the safety of our own country and our families. I'm Joseph McCarthy. Thank you.
We sit here today to examine the interesting case of Collins versus Ulbricht. Mr. Collins, you allege that Mr. Ulbricht was caught by your assistant reading an illegal book, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, it was a book by Karl Marx.
Oh? And the title?
Why, I cannot recall, but I can assume it is about communism, since it is by Karl Marx.
I take your word for it. And by the way, I have to say, I certainly love your show, Mr. Collins. Mr. Ulbricht, have you anything to say for yourself?
Well, he certainly isn't lying. It was the book about communism. Well, I was reading a book about communism, but you see, it was for a good cause. I'm a filmmaker, and for my new episode, I was making a show about how communism is bad. I surely do not support communism. I condemn it by all means.
Boo!
Your Honor, you cannot believe this bum. Any ideas by my employees go through my approval first, and only mine. This man told me nothing about any communist shows. Just look at his name, it's German. He's probably part of the German Committee of Communism.
Is this true, Mr. Ulbricht?
It most certainly is not.
Mr. Ulbricht, you must tell us the truth. Either you are with America or you are against it.
If I say I am not, then I am not. I am not a communism.
Mr. Ulbricht, hold your tongue before you spill any more lies.
It's not a lie.
Show this kind judge your passport, will you not?
I don't see where you're going with this, but of course. Judge?
Aha! There you see it, Your Honor. The verdict is plain and clear. This pamphlet does not pledge allegiance to the U.S., but this is a book pledging allegiance to Germany. You cannot trust this man. He pledges to the Constitution, but what is the Constitution to pledge if it is not his to pledge?
Just because I'm an immigrant, that is no proof. A lot of people in America are immigrants. Why don't you arrest all of them?
You are correct, Mr. Ulbricht. But that gives us even more proof to condemn you. This is how the court works, you see. Other people don't matter, Mr. Ulbricht. Because other people are not being sued. Your Honor, remember the conspiracy a few months ago involving Julius and Ethel Rosenberg?
Yes.
They were also German. And thank God we arrested them. But they would have delivered the whole cross-section of the atom bomb to Russia. How do we know this man does not have similar motives?
Because I came to this country to pursue my dreams of being a filmmaker. I have no intentions of harming anyone, if communism is considered a harm to you people.
Oh, be quiet, you fool! If your sole purpose is to make a living, then why do you look like a communist? Why have you not shaven? Why do you come in here today with this red hat on?
It's magenta.
Red meaning communism.
Enough, Mr. Ulbricht. I've had enough of your lies. The verdict is plain and clear. You are a foreigner from Germany reading a communist book, conspiring to send information, and you wear a red hat.
It's magenta. You Americans are mad!
That is it, Mr. Albert. I sentence you to 30 years in prison. No bail. But you are to sign this petition confessing your allegiance to communism. Mr. Collins, I would like to thank you for your service to our country.
You're very welcome.
I can't. I won't.
And why is that? If you don't, I will sentence you to life.
Because it is my name. A man has only one in this life, and I shall keep it for myself.
Midget guard, get him!
No. No!
I shall leave him with his dignity. Mr. Albrecht is sentenced to life in prison only to be released 10 years later without compensation after having been realized to be mishandled. To no avail, he dies with a heart attack.
And then this,
When I say 3.
how do you turn it off?
Press the button. No!
We sit here. I you looking at me. Don't look at me. What did I say?
Please, don't look at her. Well, he certainly isn't lying. I was reading a book by Karl Marx. Stop it, stop it! If I say I am not, then I am not. I am not a communist.
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.